Today, for the Bitcoin and crypto prices, we are seeing some very mega bullish positive news in crypto from Federal Reserve that indicate that a lot of liquidity is going to come to the markets very soon and pump our bags. So why crypto is not moving up? And what's going on with the deal between US and China? We're seeing some positive news from there. All that in today's show and what you can expect. Let's go and dive right into the chart. So despite some bullish news in the market, we're seeing Bitcoin got rejected from $116,000 top, local top, and currently is right again below this bullish trend line, which we desperately wanted to defend for the bulls around $113,000. That did not happen, and currently Bitcoin trading at $110,000. Now let's come back to this chart in a moment. What I want to discuss first of all is the Fed winding down balance sheet contraction amid tightening money markets. So what basically it means is that Jerome Powell just announced the end of QT on December 1st. So what does it mean? Well, it means, guys, that there is a lot of money going to be pumped into the market, liquidity, after December and onwards in 2026, right? So long term is very bullish for the crypto. It means that Federal Reserves will stop sucking the liquidity out of the markets by purchasing bonds. And this is overall a great news. Also, we do see the rate cuts as expected by 25 basis points. So why the hell Bitcoin is not pumping, crypto is not pumping? Well, the reason is everyone got expected the rate cuts of to come. And second of all, his comments that we are far from certainty on further rate cuts, and that was a kind of bearish statement from Jerome Powell, basically indicating that maybe not as market expected, more rate cuts to come, maybe they will not come, and that what spooked the market, and it went actually down on that news. And even the meeting between President Trump and Xi Jinping from China didn't help. So basically what happens is there is a positive meeting that happened between Trump and the Chinese president. We have overall tariffs in China reduced from 57% to 47%, which is great for the markets. China to discuss chip restrictions with Nvidia. No more obstacles on rare earths. You know, China was kind of withholding those rare earths and minerals, and it's not on the table anymore. So overall, we have a great meeting, as Donald Trump have posted. There is enormous respect between the two countries and all of the things. Trump on China talks, and overall, it's been a bullish thing. We have U.S. extend suspension of 24% reciprocal tariff for 1 year and suspend 50% of entity list export controls for 1 year, then renegotiate it, and they have reached a 1 year trade deal on rare earth and critical minerals to be renegotiated annually. So overall, this is very bullish for the market. So why we don't see the markets pump? We actually see the S&P 500 continues to go up. So overall, the markets are looking very bullish for the stocks, but not for Bitcoin. Let's see how gold is doing right now. Gold is trading at $4,000, so not so well after this sell-off of 10%. I think it's only a matter of time for Bitcoin. Right now, it is the moment of indecision. You can see in the months we do have a chance in the next 1 day and 15 hours that we close above 113,000. I'm gonna print this indecision candle over here. If we're gonna close the months below $108,000, well, in this case, we can say there is a higher chance that we're gonna go down in November, right? Because you can see a lot of this crazy volatility, up and down and up and down and up and down again. So maybe this is distribution phase, maybe we go sideways, maybe it is a prolonged cycle with all of this, you know, with all of this liquidity coming to the market. And ETFs, this is the big factor still, how much the institutions are willing to buy and sell. So on some days they're buying 150 million, 200 million. Yesterday they sold $470 million. So there is an indecision right now during this cycle, and according to the timing, it should have been a market peak if you look at a 4-year cycle, but none of the indicators of the top euphoria has been hit. So that's why it is, I'm tilted more like 60-70% on the side that we are still going to see some massive move in the altcoin market. You can see the total 2, the total 3 overall. It's up, right? The market is overall up for the altcoins, but it doesn't feel like it because a lot of the altcoins are down from the peaks, around 50-60%. In some cases it is more. Let's take a look at the for example, SUI. SUI is trading $2.46. You know, we have this liquidation event, of course, happening, but right now it is kind of going on a downturn over here. The bullish momentum is losing it up, and it's going sideways ever since November 2024, pretty much. So we didn't have this altcoin season. Like Ethereum didn't break its previous all-time high back in 2021. We didn't have this euphoria, and that's why I tend to believe that we are going to be like consolidating here and then having another one big move to the upside before the bear market's gonna kick in. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Consolidating still all this period of time, consolidating, distribution, accumulation happening over here. Bitcoin did not actually go down that much from the previous all-time high. If you measure the move, it is a normal move in the markets, about 12%. So it is totally fine, right? We didn't see some kind of indication on the larger time frame that the bull market is over. We might retest the $100,000 level or even $98,000 level, and we're gonna still be in the bull market trend on a higher time frame. If we're gonna dip there for a short period, it is okay. It's normal market volatility, okay? Nothing to panic about, but we have a very strong macro setup with this, right? With the end of the quantitative tightening, which means printing more money, right? Printing more money, injecting into the liquidity. So that's only is a very bullish thing for the market, right? And it starts in December. We have some other news to discuss. We have Grayscale launched GSOL, allowing investors to access Solana and earn staking rewards. So now you can stake Solana with Grayscale. It's a large institution, and it will increase the demand for Solana. We see Brazil's central bank to discuss adding Bitcoin to the reserves next month, the largest economy in South America. We see Tom Lee says Ethereum will reach $12,000 to $16,000 by year's end still, though I don't see it's happening so high in in 2 months to go that high up. We'll see. He's definitely a wise investor, but for me it doesn't quite likely unless we have a move to 150K for Bitcoin, and then Ethereum will just go ballistic, right? So we do see the longs, $150 million longs, were liquidated following the Trump meeting with President Xi Jinping, although it was a very good meeting. So again, retail got dumped on by market makers over there. We see Samsung just enable Ethereum staking on Galaxy devices. So again, this is very bullish for Ethereum over there. More demand for Ethereum from Samsung. They have 200 million people. We have Legendary Whale with 100% win rate so far. Just went all in on Bitcoin. 13x long, Ethereum 10x long, Solana 10x long. So long value $275 million over there. So does he know something? What's coming? I don't know. It can be a gamble. I don't know. This is so far has been right 100% of the time. Germany's second largest party, AfD, introduced a motion to build a Bitcoin reserve. So even though the government of Germany have sold all of their Bitcoin, they're still kind of want to their opposition at least to build a Bitcoin reserve, because they understand they don't want to get behind on what the US is doing. So overall, to summarize, we do have positive news from the Federal Reserve. We do have positive news from President Trump meeting with Chinese president, and despite all of that, we are down. Well. We need right now the bulls to step in sooner rather than later. Otherwise, we're gonna get to and retest these lows of 102K, maybe even $100,000, and yeah, that's kind of what can happen in the immediate short term with this bullish momentum on the daily going to the downside. We did again have a fake out, right? There was the first fake out over here, and this was the second fake out over here. So yeah, so the market has been very confusing to the retail investors over there. So all you can do is buy when it dips, buy and hold for the long term. That's the strategy, because Bitcoin can reach $500,000 or more. Okay, so there you have it. That's what I want to share with you guys today in today's video. I hope you have a fantastic day and you understand a little bit more about what's happening on the macro. You know, let's see guys, how November is gonna play out. It's gonna be very important to see the indication on November where the market is going, right? What direction? The bears and the bulls. The market is still in a fearful zone, and as you know, when the market is in fear, it's usually great times to accumulate more Bitcoin, more crypto. Okay, with that being said, have a fantastic day. I was gonna see you in the next episodes of Vitai the Bean Crypto Show.